I used 110-pound cardstock, and this was Hammer Mill. I'll link it in the description below. And then for the inside of my journal, I used the HP 32-pound paper, and I will link that also below. And I did print on both sides of my paper, which is completely optional. It just really depends on how you want to decorate your journal. I just wanted to start with something on every page. Okay, so before we get into crafting, I'm just going to go over the pieces that you'll need from the kit, or the ones that I used today. Obviously you can use whatever you want, but this is what I'm using for cover. Okay, so we have the book plate. We have, I am using this January and this #1. There is also other Januaries, and there's the smaller, I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a smaller #1. Okay, so if, you know, those are basically your options. The library card and the pocket. Okay, and then I have a few other things that I've pulled out to use as well, and I'll go through that, you know, as we get into this. Okay, so to start today, what I did was I stamped this little petite journal. This comes from this stamp set. It's Allison Balmer Paper Artsy. And I stamped this on here, and this is a Tim Holtz frame, and I'm just going to glue these two together. And it's actually the first thing I'm going to do, because I want to do that before we actually, you know, I'm going to actually start on the inside and do the outside cover last, because I don't want to have like wet glue things sliding around on my cover while we're trying to work. So I'm just going to put a little glue on here, and then I'll stick the paper on. There we go. And then while this like kind of has a second to set, we can go on and we can do everything else for today. So, all right, I'm going to put that there, and that's just going to dry while we talk about the inside of the journal. Okay, so this is our first day. So here's what I was thinking about doing. This I'm going to put on the inside cover, and this one I'm going to put here. I did make I have a couple of extra things that I pulled out to use for this. I wanted to put like a special quote in mine. So I selected this one, which says, "Do not lose heart. We were made for these times." And this is Clarissa Pinkola Estes, and she is the author of Women Who Run with the Wolves. This quote, I feel, is, I don't know, I feel like it's appropriate for our times. And I thought this would be the perfect thing. You know, when I open up this journal, I'll see this, and, you know, I find it very, like, heartening and inspiring. So I wanted to have that in the front of my journal. I also wanted to have this here, and I need to figure out, I think I'm going to put this down first, and then this over here. I don't want that to cover it up too much, but, or I could go, maybe I'll go down, I'll go in the bottom with the quote. Okay, so first, let's go ahead and assemble the library pocket. I'll just do that on here so that you can see it a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to start by assembling the library pocket. I went ahead and put double-sided tape on each of the flaps, and I'm just going to take that off now. And then we're just going to stick that pocket right on there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to fold these back just like this, and then line this up and put it right on there. There we go. One library pocket all set here. So now I just have to decide where I want to put this on the page. And okay, I'm going to start by putting some washi on here. I'm going to give it like a rough cut, and then I can just trim it. This washi is from the washi tape shop. And it's all about like plants and flowers. So I figured it would be the perfect one for me to put in here, especially on the first page, because I love that so much. Okay, I think more than anything, these, you know, these journals can be like a reflection of like, you know, really who we are and what we love. I think, you know, sometimes like I do like a bunch of themed journals, right? And so sometimes I'm on theme and I'm not always like thinking about myself and, you know, what I want to put in here to like be reflective of me. So I think that this gives us a good opportunity to do that, you know? Okay, so I've got that on there. I want to put this on here, right here. And I want to look at my... I might cut this down just a little bit so it's a little bit smaller. I'm not taking up quite as much room. You know, okay, and I have this little piece of fabric too that I want to put on here. This is, I'll show you in a second what I made for the front cover, but I kind of wanted to bring like the front cover in to the inside of the journal. So I just took a little bit, this was just a little piece of extra fabric that I'm going to put on the outside. So I thought it would be fun to bring that in and just glue this little piece on here, since it was just rolling around on my desk anyway. And then I wanted to put my number 1 on here and my January as well. No, I think I'm going to go across. I'm just going to check my other Januaries actually and see if maybe that one's better. I'm always changing my mind. Yeah, and then, okay, so I'll put these on here, and then I will also, and then I'll adhere the pocket when I'm got these on here. And I'll glue it down here. All right, so we'll start with the number 1, and we'll glue that down. Oh, one thing I did want to mention is that I am going to post a thread in the, like a post in the Facebook group, and then if you guys want to, you can share your spreads each day. Each day I'll make a new one, and then everybody can share their spreads under that one thread, so it's like organized and we can see what we're doing, you know, and share our ideas and stuff. So if you are not in the Facebook group yet, I will leave a link in the description below, and you can head over there and join. We'll get you approved as quick as possible. We're trying to be on top of it, because, you know, we know I have this event going on. So okay, so now I need to figure out where I want to put my quote. Where's my card? I'm going to put my card in here temporarily. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think I want the quote up at the top. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and use tape for my card, because I believe heartily in the strength of the double-sided tape. So I want that to really stick on there. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Okay, there's that. All right, and I'm just gonna do, quickly take this off and stick it down, and then we'll do our book plate and our cover. This will probably be our longest day because it's kind of like, you know, the cover's important, right? So I think it'll be the longest one. Plus I'm doing a couple of different pages as well, like the inside, so we can kick it off with a bang. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Okay, there's that there. And let's see, I think we'll go with we're going to go with the quote up here. I'm just going to grab my stapler. Sorry about that. And I'm just going to staple that up there. I don't want to get too many pages. I'm so used to working with cardstock that sometimes I mess that up. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and staple this here. The other thing I was thinking about too is like, all of these pages are probably a work in progress, right? You may go back and add different things to them, you know, as we work through this whole project. Okay, so I pulled a couple of the journal cards out. This is a horizontal one. This is a vertical one. I thought this was perfect because this says from the library. And, oh, I need a pen because I'm going to make sure I write this down. Okay, I want to make sure I fill all this stuff out. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to write on that one yet. But I want to make sure I put the date and like a little, you know, maybe a little, I'm going to do a little bit of like journaling and stuff about the event and all of that. So, okay, so here is, I'm going to put, I got a piece of no, this is encyclopedia page. I'm going to put this down here. I want to make kind of a janky pocket right here with this. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that with tape, and I'm going to reinforce, because this is just encyclopedia page, which is kind of thin. It's not quite, it's not like super, super thin, but I'm just going to reinforce it with one of the journal cards on the front, so that it doesn't get too easily torn. Okay, here we go. And this one. And we'll just stick this right on here. I want to have this like line up on the edge here. And then if I have any overhang, I'll just trim it. Okay, perfect. I want that to go under here. I don't know if it will. Okay, there we go with that. Okay, and then my idea was I'm going to slip this in here. And I'm going to glue this on here, but only partially. Let me put that down there. I'm not going to put that on there. I think I'm just going to go with this. And then also, this is, I'm just going to put a little bit of this on, just to add a little bit of color to the dictionary, or the encyclopedia page, sorry. This is a William Morris tape, and my daughter actually brought this one back for me from Japan. I'm sure that it's available, though. Because it's like it's one of those empty tapes. Oh, whoops, I just dropped my, don't rip. Okay, I just dropped my stapler on the floor. Holy moly. Okay. I'm gonna get this on here without, there we go. And then I can put this on here. I'll just put a little tape on there and we should be good. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention with the library pocket, if you don't particularly like the pattern that I chose, you just print something else on the back and then do the pocket reverse. So that, you know, if there's like another paper that you like better. I was trying to go with something like kind of general. And multicolored as well, so that like you could pick up any color that you really liked out of the paper that was used. Okay, because you could make it pinker by adding pink, you can make it purpler by adding purple, you know, things like that. Okay, so I'm going to add that there. Okay, so this is my inside right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to come back in here and add a couple of things later, but I want to keep moving to the front. Okay, so for my outside of my journal, what I did was I got a piece of this fabric, and this is, I want to reinforce my spine. That's my basic, you know, project here. I want to reinforce my spine, so I took, this is a piece of fabric from Tim Holtz's Halloween line, and I'm not sure what it's called, but I can link it below. But it's just got all the bunch of different labels, and I thought it'd be like a fun contrast to the flowers. So I'm gonna glue this over my spine. Oh, I also sewed, I sewed some mummy cloth on the edges of it too to make it look a little bit more raggy. And so, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. I'm gonna use a little Mod Podge for that. And then we'll put the little cute label on the front, and then hopefully I'm just going to move this temporarily up here. I'm just going to put this on the back of this, and then we'll just wrap it right around the thing. I wanted to do this kind of like at the end because you know, I didn't want to have it flopping around while, oops, there's a thread caught in that already. All right, and I want these like edges to be a little bit loose, so I'm not going to bother putting the Mod Podge on. Oh, I hope I'm not too low. I'm not going to put the Mod Podge on the like sewn edges part. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, always check your orientation. I picked the lower flower for my front. There we go. All right, I'm gonna just eyeball this guy right here. Put that right on there. Do a little bend, make sure it's gonna be stuck down. And then I'll just leave this to dry overnight. And then I still have my, like, you know, fringy little business here. Make sure I get everything down. It should be fine for the rest of this video. Okay, and then we're going to take our little petite journal frame and we're just going to put it right on the front. There we go. And I'm just going to add some glue to that. I guess I could use Mod Podge for this too, huh? Alright. Alright, I kind of want to put it like right above these flowers. All right, here we go. Look at that. All right. So, guess what? We just did day 1 of Junk Journal January. This was, the prompt was cover, and we did both our cover for this one, as well as, I'm just going to try to be careful here, our inside with our library card and our book plate. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you crafted along with me, and I would absolutely love to see what you did. So please hop over to Facebook and post in the Facebook group. We'd love to see your projects. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the next one, which I believe is envelope. So for that one, you guys you're just going to want to have your envelope done. And which is this. This is it's pretty much what you need, plus these two little guys. I'll try to highlight, you know, the day before what we're going to be using. So those are your envelope options. So any one of those, you could use a different envelope, whatever, but that'll be day 2. The prompt will be envelope. So we'll do that one tomorrow. And I suppose that is it for me today. Please, if you like this video, I would very much appreciate it if you would subscribe and also hit the like button down below. It helps things out quite a bit. So thank you again for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow.